What's up, YouTube? Knight's Edge here again. Got a pretty cool little review for you today of a pretty unique little knife. This one is my son David picked this one out off of Amazon and let me borrow it. He wanted me to do a video on it, so I am here doing a video on it, kind of like more like an overview of the knife itself than a review. And you definitely got some pretty unique taste on this one. Pretty cool knife, nonetheless. Big shout out to David for loaning me this knife and letting me make some content with it. Really appreciate that. And pretty cool knife too. Pretty unique little factors about it. We're going to talk all about it here in just a second. Thanks to all my channel members, Patreons, subscribers. You guys are awesome. If you're not subscribed yet, hit the button down there, subscribe. I do monthly members giveaways. If you want to become a channel member, do lives. I try to do them every Saturday. I do verticals periodically. Saturday mornings, 9:30 a.m. is usually when I do a live stream. And we kind of have a lot of fun in there. I do anyway. It's fun doing them. And without too much more rambling, oh, hit the like button. Without too much more rambling, let's get into the knife. This one is the Vivid Steel pocket knife for survival and camping. That's what it says on there. Wowie, wow, wow, wow. Look at that. This one is, in fact, assisted. It couldn't get any better. You got that assisted factor in there, so you don't have to worry about quality of action or anything. It has that little spring inside that kind of rockets it out right there for you. And the blade steel on this one, I think it's actually, I think it's stainless. It doesn't really list the blade steel. It does. It's just surprising. It doesn't list the blade steel. Doesn't say anywhere on the knife. Let's go ahead and do what I normally do here. Overall, almost 9 inches with that big knuckle buster right there on the end of it. Just a hair under 9 inches. Well, let's see. Overall blade length, I guess if you go to right there inside that choil into the flipper tab, you're looking at 3 3/4, and cutting edge length on it, it sits up like that, is got that kind of upswept blade there, just under 3.5, right under 3.5. All right, so blade stock thickness check here. Let's see, thickest part of the spine. I'm going to go right here. I'll go up here where that other side of the flipper is. 119 thousandths is what I got there. Let's go down a little bit. Got 123 thousandths, 121 thousandths right there. Kind of swedges down there. Let's see, right where it begins to go down towards the edge. Oh, an aggressive termination right there. Man, that thing's thick behind the edge, huh? 49 thousandths. Wow. All right, blade handle thickness, you're looking at right around 1/2 inch for handle thickness on this one. All right, now this one, compared to some usual suspects, got the Cold Steel Knives 8010, you got the Demco Knives 8020.5. That's the slicer variant. Do a couple of more of the usual suspects here. You got the Ontario Knives Rat Model 1 and your Ontario Knives Rat Model 2. And Spyderco Paramilitary 2 and your Spyderco Para 3. And let's see, we'll do 2 more, kind of right around the same price bracket actually. This one was only, I think these are only around $13.50, maybe $14 on Amazon. Here's your $10 Ozark Grail Walmart knife. And here's your $5 white Ozark Grail Walmart knife. Wouldn't be much of a comprehensive review unless you had the DeWalt framing hammer. And your 8-inch USA made crescent wrench. Now, whether you believe it or not, these are actually made in China. Quite the surprise there, I know. Let's see, let's get a weight on this bad boy. I don't know, let's see. Got steel liners on the inside. No milling whatsoever. Let's get a weight on this thing. I don't know, I'm wanting to say around 7 ounces. 7.9. So definitely more than double the ounce and inch ratio there. so that's cool. Let's get out the old faded blue jeans here. Carries tip up, which I know some people would actually argue that's more tactical. And of course, if you're carrying this, you are definitely tactical. Tip up, the only way it carries, it actually doesn't carry too bad. Pocket clip works pretty well. No issues. That's one thing on the knife itself. I had no issues with the pocket clip whatsoever. Let's see, where is my, oh, there we go. Could it possibly be, yeah, it's T8. I think those are T6s. Can't tell on the other one because I'd have to take the clip off, and I'm not going to do that. But good little bit of body hardware there. T6 on the body, T6 on the pocket clip, and a pretty good amount of hardware there. Alright, so that's it for all the specs overview. Obviously, I don't think this isn't in particularly, you know, my style of knife. This is the very definition of a real life gas station knife, if there was a definition of it. But the point is, David loves this thing, man, and if it makes him happy, it makes me happy. So I think that's a good thing. Centering, yeah, a little off on the centering, you know. Probably need, you could probably actually fix that centering there, or I could probably fix that centering. Now the liner right there has those kind of sharp edges, not too sharp. I mean, you know, it's not cutting my thumb or anything, but that is kind of decently uncomfortable, but it does allow good access to that liner lock, so that is saying something. Right there, there's a lot of knives that cost way much more money than this one does, that don't have good access to the liner lock, so that's a good thing right there. Vivid steel, S-T-I-L-L. I'll see what they did there on that little bit of billboarding. Kind of a dragon scale looking pattern on the blade. Dragon on the handle, which I believe is steel. Let me double check that. Yep, that is steel on the handle material. Kind of a really like a cool looking pattern on there, you know, I think. So yeah, I don't know what, I mean, if you lock in where that karambit's at, that's kind of uncomfortably far back, you know, so I don't know what the point, unless you've got like a lot larger hands than mine. You could definitely tie like a lanyard on there, you know, hang it on stuff or whatever with the karambit hole on there. So yeah, let's see, let me get out a piece of paper. I don't think it's cut anything with it yet, but I don't know if they sharpen. This is definitely the factory edge. Yeah, so not cutting anything with that one unless I put an edge on it, which I will for him. I told him I would sharpen it. Yeah. So for 13 bucks, you know, if you're going for kind of like Mall Ninja cool tactical look or whatever, not this one definitely won't disappoint you. If you're, you know, in like the more serious realm of things or whatever, and you want a good deal, you know, for around the same price bracket, which is next to nothing, I would definitely recommend that that Ozark Trail, or even this Ozark Trail. That one more so. That's $10. It's still cheaper than this, more so than that. But you don't get the cool factor with those. So that is a thing. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, man. Really really unique looking knife, super cool looking knife. I know I'm gonna have a blast making the thumbnail for this one. So anyway, shout out to David for loaning me your knife. I appreciate you letting me take a look at it, and it's thanks to people like David and others that I can check out cool knives quite regularly. So thank you guys very much for being part of this, and hope you guys have a good rest of your evening, day, morning, whenever you're watching this, and I'll see y'all on the next one.